Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodio. I'd like to welcome guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Avengers X-Sanction, where we have Cable going up against the Avengers. It's 4 issues long, written by Jeff Loeb, art by Ed Mcguinness. Killer art, a lot of fun. The story itself, it's also pretty good. The only thing, it's 4 issues long, and I feel like it's sort of like a shameless cash grab. I feel like the story, it could be told in one. And maybe just add a couple extra pages. It does add some growth to Cable, and that I have to say. But outside of that, the story itself. So Cable had died in the previous story, as he always does. Like Cable's death, it never seems to be too relevant because he always comes back in a couple of issues. The last X-Men crossover that I just can't remember at this time the name, where the X-Men were fighting Bastion, who was bringing Nimrod Sentinels from the future. Ended up sacrificing his life. Now he's back. He's pissed off. He had gone to the far future, saw humanity was just wiped out because there seems to have been some sort of conflict between the Avengers and the X-Men to this situation. So he goes back to the past. He logically thinks that conflict between the X-Men and the Avengers must not take place. So I'm going to take down the Avengers. So he basically starts picking Avengers off one by one. First, he goes after Falcon, cheap shots him, shoots him in the back, captures him. Captain America goes after Cable. We get a brief battle between both of these characters. The action in these stories is really awesome. I remember previously, it's not referenced here, that Cable did carry for a time Captain America's shield. It's not mentioned here, but I just remembered that from a previous story from way long back. So another thing that I really hate, we get a fake out that Cable shot Captain America in the head, and it's not mentioned. There's no mention of what Cable shot after that. So then we cut to Iron Man. The rest of the Avengers are still fighting against the Lethal Legion. He's fighting against Living Laser. Realizes Cap has gone missing in action. He goes after Cap, goes up against Cable. Cable actually is using a Iron Man armor from the future that he found at the the Avengers mansion. Seems to be crazy powerful and starts using it against present day Tony Stark. The story itself focuses quite a bit on Cable's fight with the techno-organic virus, him having to deal with the pain because he uses his telekinetic abilities and mental powers to keep the techno-organic virus from taking over his whole body, and it seems to be really painful. And in this story, it seems like it's been taking over more and more. He's lost control over the TK virus. So Cable is able to take down Iron Man. Then we get against Hulk. Like every issue is just one Avenger and Cable taking him down. Cable, in this case, to take down the Red Hulk, he actually infects him with the techno-organic virus. It seems to really suck. It's really brutal. Like all these little organic quills come out of Cable's body and seem to go right through all of Red Hulk's body. So Hulk is out of commission after dealing with this. Like, here we go. It looks pretty brutal. So Blacksmith goes and warns Cyclops and Hope that Cable has sort of gone off the rails and started taking out Avengers. Cyclops arrives. Obviously, Cyclops is Cable's father. He's going, "What the fuck, Cable? What are you doing? You're going to start a war between us." Hope is sort of standing in the middle ground. She's like wanting to listen why Cable's doing this in the first place. But obviously, Wolverine and Spider-Man both arrive to the party. So the battle rages on. But Hope and Cyclops actually end up releasing the rest of the Avengers. Cable gets defeated. And here's a pretty interesting exchange between Cyclops and Captain America. Is like, Cyclops tells Cap, it's like, this is ours. It's under sort of our jurisdiction. Cable's my son. He's a mutant. We'll deal with it. And Captain America says, okay, but all the weapons Cable brought from the future are ours now. So they broke a deal. But the interesting thing here actually is that Hope, she's grown up. She's learned how to use her powers. And she actually cures Cable of his techno-organic virus. He's free of it. I'm not sure. He probably got rid of the techno-virus a couple of times already, or at least one to this point. But at least for now, he's cured of the disease. He can go tap the full potential of his powers. a lot of interesting things can happen with Cable that I think they didn't use up until this moment. But it really does set the stage for the X-Men versus Avengers crossover. Now, again, I had fun with it. I love the relationship with Cable and Cyclops. It's sort of complicated having a son that's older than you. But the mutual respect that both characters have for each other. Cable seems to be really happy to have gotten rid of the techno-organic virus. So, hope you guys like this video. See you guys next time. And read X-Sanction. It's a really quick read. I think it's worth it, especially if you're a Cable fan. So, see you guys next time. Bye.